Hello guys, I wanna welcome you to the second part of the Summoner Beginner Guide. This video will be basically covering all the main things about goddesses, holy places, artifacts, and the goddess mount. I will also explain the goddesses in general, so you will have an idea on what goddesses to look for. They will also talk about the goddesses which have what effect they have on your music instrument. So let's jump right into the basics. So show you that right here on the goddesses. When it comes to goddesses, there are like 4 types of goddesses. There are the purple goddesses, the gold grade goddesses, like this one right here. This is the gold grade one. And there are also red graded goddesses like this one, and also there is like a fourth type of goddess. I call it like the cash goddess, like this one. So the purple goddesses, they are like, you see it on the altar when you go there. No. Now it is here. So if you go on purple, you see here like moon goddess, dawn goddess, luck goddess Norn, the spring goddess, and the queen goddess Hera, and the love goddess Venus. You see like all this one right here. If you have all this activated, you can go also on the next grade, like the gold grade, and activate this one. In this type of gold grade, there is like Joan of Arc, Holy Mother Maria, Bounty Goddess Freya, and also the Goddess Pandora. On the fourth one, the red graded one, there you can see Athena and Valkyria. So these two are like the red goddesses that are available for you to get basically also for free. So all you have to do is like activate them on the altar, and then you're basically free to go, like what I showed you also on the heroes before. You can go on the altar, like skipped here, and I have here, for example, Joan the Arc, or down there Venus Fragment, the other one, and here Maria, for example, and so the goddesses will pop up basically for you. When you start like combining to get one goddess, you need around 150 fragments, and yeah, so this is how to get basically goddesses for free. The most important are obviously the music instrument goddesses. So these are like cash goddesses. There are also other goddesses that are also like for caching, like this one right here. This is also one you can get with gems when you spend gems on the events. But the most important goddesses are like the music goddesses. Like you can see them right here. When you tune here, you see here the goddess melody goddess, the first one, the very first one. Then you can see the melody goddess Harmonia F, and the next one will be the cherry goddess, like here. And the following one is, so after the cherry goddess will be the Primal chaos goddess, and after that will be the goddess Cassandra. So these are like the 5 most important goddesses to get. Each of their instruments will have, like how you see here, effect on character, effect on deploy hero, effect on endo hero, and effect on exo hero. So each instrument will affect character, deploy, endo, and exo, but I will later talk about that more. So when you start playing the game, there is one goddess that will appear, this one gold one. It is the goddess Maria. so you basically can recharge for this goddess. So in that case it would be like, I guess it is like 300 gems, or like split it up like 60 gems, etc. I don't really remember. You can get like fragments of the goddess until you have 150 fragments of her to combine it and basically to create her. So this is one basically you can get here. So this goddess has the artifacts HP and parry, and I use her, for example, 2 times on my exos because she has, like I said, the artifacts, health point and parry. And these two are very important for exo. Of course, you can also get her completely free when in the altar, like I showed you before, and you activate her on the pact right here. So yeah, the second goddess I want to talk about is the goddess Freya. Oops, Freya is not here, so here's goddess Freya. She is also a gold grade 1, and she is only available over the altar. So when you have her activated, I'm not sure, really sure if there is also a beginner event with her, but I don't think it's so. It is. It is only Maria, if I remember correctly. So Freya, you can only get her with activating in the altar. She affects, like how you see the stats right here on the below, crit and toughness. And in my opinion, she is a good goddess for your endo hero, because your endo hero needs a lot of toughness. So the third goddess, which is also good for endo, is the darkness goddess Pandora. She is also only available over the altar, so she basically affects toughness and attack. And like I said, they are very important for the endo stats later. And of course, when you have only the gold and the 2 red goddesses, I would put like the gold ones or the red ones on the character first. And later in the game, when you have more goddesses, you can basically switch them around with what you have. So now let's jump to the 2 red goddesses, the 2 red goddesses here are Athena and Valkyrie. So you can get them also only on the altar and also for free. Athena's skills are like deadly and health point, and Valkyrie are attack. So in my case, like you see here, I have also other skills like crit and plus damage and deadly, and here also minus damage, parry and HP. Like later in the game, there is like an option where you can basically upgrade additional skills for your hero. So I will talk about that also later. So basically you have a chance, if you have this goddess equipped on the exo, to get like additional skills on your exo. Or if you have like an endo goddess like Pandora, for example, you have also an option, or let's say the possibility to get additional skills on your exo, like not on Pandora, like for example Harmania F. Like the thing with additional skills are only possible with red goddesses, not with gold goddesses. So the basic is when you have 150 fragments of one goddess, like I showed you before on the altar, you can create one of the goddesses. So let's talk about creating a goddess. So if you have one goddess created to the max, like the max is plus 15, you will need for that around 2.6k fragments and let's say 3.2 or 3k mirage crystals. Upgrading goddesses will start from 5, 10, 15 and 20 fragments. After these 5, 10, 15 and 20 fragments, when you come to plus 5, you will also need mirage crystals and fragments from the goddess to upgrade your goddess. So from plus 5, you will need to 15, like you need 4 plus 5 to 6, 15 crystals and 40 fragments. 4 plus 6 you need 80 fragments and 100 mirage crystals. 4 plus 7 you will need 150 crystals and 120 fragments of the goddess. And 4 plus 8 you will need 200 crystals, 160 fragments from the goddess. And 4 plus 9 250 crystals and 200 fragments. And 4 plus 10 there is like 300 crystals and 250 fragments. 4 plus 8 you need 350 crystals and 300 fragments. From 12 to 15, like each time you upgrade from 12 to 13, from 13 to 14, from 14 to 15, you will need around 400 crystals and 350 fragments. So this is basically how much you need. You can see right here you need in total 3.6 fragments when you have one goddess created already, and 3k crystals. Like if you click on breakdown, if you have a goddess max, like for example if you forgot how many you need, you can basically look that up. So let's talk like about holy places. So when it comes to them, to these holy places, there are like many events to get them. For example, wishing bottle event, the mooncake event, and also the chocolate event. The least expensive one, where it doesn't really cost that much, is the chocolate event. You will get for 2 goddess choco, I guess 20 fragments of one holy place. So in total you will need like 5 chocos for one full 4-place holy place. In my case it is 6 because I upgraded it, but when you start getting a holy place it will be just 4 places. Yeah, so when you have like the choco event going on where you can get like choco keys, etc., the stuff like the goddess choco you can also farm in the dungeons during the events. And if you spend, I think it is 400 or 300 gems, I'm not really sure, you get 1 goddess choco for free. So if you spend like each day 300 gems, you get around 3 goddess chocos for free. Also with recharge, it is about in the event are 2 recharge options. I think it is one time 60 gems for 1 choco a day, and you get also when you recharge like 300 gems, you get 3 goddess chocos also. So basically if you recharge already also only 300, you get logically also the one time 60 gems choco. So in total you get 4 goddess choco when you start recharging. If you don't plan on recharging, I would plan during the event, like calculate how much you might need or already have, and you will have less recharging issues. Like if I have, for example, 5 chocos and I need around like another 5, I will start thinking, yeah, I will save them and recharge like on the next event. So there is not really a hurry to get a goddess place. Also other events for full holy place like mooncake and wishing bottle are like also events where you can different holy places, but there are also options where the holy places cost differently. But these events are like only possible with recharge. Like you can claim 1 or 2 mooncakes for free each day, but for free to play you will need like to collect the event items, and they will come like daily during the event. Like when you are like a free to play player, you basically have to calculate what you will be spending them on when you have like the mooncake or the goddess kisses. Yeah, so another way to get holy places like completely free is with the cross server war. So basically when you win the war, you will get like a chance of the superior holy place chest, or also if you lose, for example, a war, you will get like a common holy place chest. And this is like the only chance where you can get a full holy place for free, or also fragments for free. I do it like that. I collect like many chests of it until I have like 100 or something like that, and then I will open the chest. So I have like a higher chance of getting like a full holy place, or even a few fragments of the holy place I need. So if I have like, for example, Atlantis holy place, I get like 20 fragments from when I collect like 100 chests or something, and then I will see, I have like 20 fragments, so I need about like a few chocos to recharge, or also just to collect, so I can get like a full holy place like Atlantis. Atlantis is this one right here. This is Atlantis holy place. So when it comes to holy place in general, which one to use, like everyone uses them differently. Some use like Atlantis, other use Noah's Ark, Zeus, or even this Shoah holy place, which has like plus damage, I guess, and crit. So there are like many different holy places available, but you need like to look which one is like for you. I use Atlantis, Zeus, and Noah's Ark. Atlantis gives you, like you see here on bonus, it gives you crit and toughness if you up it. And Noah's and Temple of Zeus, it gives you dodge and health HP. Atlantis again, crit and toughness. And Noah's Ark, like parry and health point. Like if you up a holy place, like here on +3, I would get also additional parry, a little health point bonus also on it. So if you have like a holy place, you can basically place the goddesses. Like this one, Snow Goddess, has like parry stat. So I placed it on my Exo where I have a parry holy place, because it will affect it and boost the parry up, like you see here, plus 3,590. So this will basically boost your hero, also boost your power, and also boost your holy place. Holy places are like there to boost your goddesses and boost your heroes. So when you start the game and you have like a holy place with no stats, I can look if I have one, let me know. So if you have a holy place with no stats at all, you can like check like how you play better, if your character needs like more damage, or if your character needs like more health points. I have like on this one right here, I have like the important stats like plus damage I have on my character. On my deploy I have like a little bit of dodge, because dodge is the main stat of the deploy hero. On my Exo, my main focus, I try to have parry, but it is a little bit difficult for me. And on Endo, yeah, it is crit and attack, so attack and toughness, so it is like a mix-up basically. So the last topic that I want to talk about are the melody goddesses. So let's look right here. If we have like the melody goddesses right here, how I said before, the very first melody goddess is this one right here, the normal melody goddess. If you have like the event starting, I think the first goddess you get is her, because this goddess you need to activate your first melody instrument at all. This is like the first melody instrument at all. This is the lute. If you have like the lute right here, this is the first melody goddess at all. Only with the the normal Harmonia goddess, you can like activate the attributes like I have here. Like here it says, on the first one it says character attributes, on the next one it says deploy attributes, endo hero attributes, and exo hero attributes. To boost these attributes, like when you have starting it, you might have a few blue one and a few violet ones. You need like the melody crystal, which you can get from the events, to basically upgrade these skills, like from the first one, character, then deploy, endo, and exo. So how should I say that? So if you have the event like started, and like each goddess, how you see, has like 4 different kind of instruments. If you start upgrading, you will also need to do this one right here. This is like the fairy skills, it is like additional skills, and for that you need the fairy crystals. This is like a specific stone which you can get from the event, but also for free. I will talk about that also later. Like if you have like 4 little fairy, you have on each instrument has like 4 little fairies. You can check it right here. If I click here on my instruments, each instrument has like 4 little fairies that boost health point, attack, PDF, and MDF. To boost these ones, these little fairies, you will have these fairy crystals. So with these fairy crystals, you can boost these 4 fairies up. When you have like on all instruments this one up booster, like the little fairies, it will not say should complete, etc. stand here. You will get like the option of rainbow stones. This is like a specific option will be set. The first one, I think it will be 10 rainbow stones. So if you have this one up, you need to buy 10 rainbow stones to like activate from this instrument to the next one. And this is like an ongoing on this 4 instruments. You need like only the rainbow stones to upgrade for each instrument. If you have finished like the whole set of the Harmony of the first goddess, like the Harmony one, this is like from the Harmony one. If you have these 4 like up from the Heavenly, the Green Violet, and the Green Carries, it will start to go to the future. So if you are on the next instrument, you will need a specific stone. It is called the Stone of Fortuna, and it is basically a white stone which has like the face of this goddess on it, so of the Harmonia F. Basically, if you use the stone, it will upgrade the instrument, and you can basically boost the next one. Like on here, it is the electric guitar. And then the whole circle will basically start again with these skills to up on the character, then also on the fairy skills to awaken, and also on the rainbow on the rainbow skills to awaken. So it will basically start from the beginning. You need here rainbow stones, and on this instrument, if you finish like the last one, from this one, the beat one, you will need another Stone of Fortuna to upgrade like on the next instrument, like on the cherry instrument. So then the circle will basically repeat. Then you need the boost materials to boost these skills from character and deploy and or exo. And then you will also like again need to boost the character, the 2 little fairies, the 4 little fairies right here, which affect again health point, attack, PDF, MDF. Like it is a continuing going on system. If you have them like tuned up and upgraded, you need like another Stone of Fortuna to upgrade to the Void instrument, which is of the Primal Chaos Goddess. Again, for each instrument, if you have like the Harmonia instrument and you want to boost to this instrument, you need also not just the crystals, not just the stones, you need also the goddess itself to upgrade to the next one. Like if you don't have the goddess, you can't get the instrument too, even though you have the stone, etc. So basically, the most important goddesses are here, like the 5 melody goddesses right here. So without them, can't really use the melody instrument, basically, the next one to upgrade, etc. They boost a lot of power, they boost a lot of stat power also, so it is worth getting them. I see these melody instruments like a little small godly weapon. It is not really like a godly weapon like you see here, it's like just extra health point, and it has like all the hero stats and little character stats, but it is also like a little godly weapon because you have a different type of stages where you have to upgrade them. So big story short, the melody goddesses are very important for power, the instruments are very important for the stats. The materials you need are the fairy redstone to upgrade from one instrument to another. The fairy stone basically to get the 4 little fairies up. I'll show you that also another time. These are the 4 little fairies to upgrade. And you need also the melody crystals like to tune your instruments. Like if you have one instrument to get to another instrument and also to another. So where you get all these materials and the instrument itself, the materials like the fairy crystals and the instrument itself, you get from the Music Goddess event. Like there is a specific type of music. It says music instrument box, if I remember correctly. It's about with 100 music instruments event tokens, like this one right here. This is the music box. You need these tokens to activate your music instrument. You get them either with spending. If you are lucky, like you need to check the event out if you have the spending option, or you get them like again with recharging. So for the fair to play, like the free to play players, the spending option would be the best for them. Like if they save up a lot of gems, they can spend them on the music, like on the Music Goddess event, for example, to spend it and also to get these materials to buy the stuff what you need. So basically these are the most important stuff to get. So the fairy stones are basically important to get the 4 little fairy skills up. Melody crystal once again for tuning your instrument and upping the stats of your hero characters, and the stone of fortuna to up like from one series of instrument to the next one. So the fairy stone you can get from the music box instrument, and also the other stones like the fairy crystals and the melody crystals. There is also a free-to-play option where you can get the melody crystals and the fairy crystals for free. It is the one-armed bandit. It is like an event. I'll show you right here. You go here on events and you scroll down there. It is the goddess one-armed bandit, if I could find it. Wait, where is it? Can't find it on challenges. I'm sorry, on challenges. Goddess one-armed bandit, there it is. Like you can exchange every day these tokens. You can also buy these chips here on the Alliance Warhorse. But if you get these tokens and you get this scale basically to full, you can either get gems for free, like you see here. If you have a specific point amount, you get gems, and you can also, if you have like the option to choose, you get the amounts of fairy crystals you can choose, and also the melody crystals. So it is never really an error. If you need these crystals, choose them for sure, so you can get them for free, and also to boost your music instrument and upgrading it. So basically this is the most important stuff. If you have like more questions about goddesses and other stuff, please write it down in the comments. I will be happy to answer them. And yeah, I hope I could bring you the goddesses a little bit further and explain to you the most important basic stuffs.